everyone, welcome back. So instead of doing a Friday favorites this week, since I just did a favorites, like a monthly favorites, I decided to do a get ready with me of an everyday look. I've had a lot of different people ask me recently, not really in the beauty community on YouTube or subscribers, but a lot of people in my personal life and asking me to do what is like my everyday look, or like a quick, fresh look, something easy with some affordable products. And I thought, well, I've been using a lot of different affordable products recently. I have been wearing a lot less makeup in the summer, so I thought I would do like a get ready with me using some of my favorites this summer to go for my go-to like everyday look. Now you can build this up depending on whatever you prefer, but this is something that someone who is either just getting into makeup or just wants something a little bit fresh but doesn't want to wear too much of anything can really achieve this look. So let's just go ahead and begin. So if you're interested in seeing like an everyday kind of look, then this video is going to be for you. Okay, first thing off, now if you would have told me that I did this 5 years ago, I would have said never. I would never have done this step. Can I tell you how much of a difference eyebrows makes? A huge difference. Even if you are someone who is a beginner to makeup, the first time that you do your eyebrows, you're going to feel like it's foreign to you. It's not going to look right, but I promise you, doing your eyebrows is something that you can do every single day, even if you just do that, and it will make a huge difference to your face. You're the only one who feels like it might look a little bit funny in the beginning. Trust me, it's going to frame out your face, just doing a little bit of a touch-up. A really great affordable product from the drugstore is from NYX, and they have a micro brow. Now this is a said dupe of Anastasia's Brow Wiz. I don't think that they are dupes, as far as I do find that Anastasia's wears a little bit longer, but I think this is a great option from the drugstore. And I'm wearing the color Ash Brown. For my eyebrows. My eyebrows have always been extremely, like, a whole lot darker than my hair. So just gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows and then we'll move on. What I do is I really start right here and angle right under my brow, and then I go and kind of fill in a little bit, but I do like quick jerking motions, and then I go in to the front of my brow and kind of feather it in. Then I'm going to go in with a primer. So what I'm going to use is the Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Stick. I talked about this in my monthly favorites. I absolutely love this, but I'm just going to put it like right here for my pores. That's going to make my foundation look even better on top of that, sort of smooth those out. It really does help to vanish the pores. So I'm going to go down the center of my face, which is the main area that I have issues. So on my cheeks, down my nose, chin, and forehead. And I have like a lovely little unicorn like pimple in the middle of my forehead. So then I'm going to kind of just rub it in with my fingers just a little bit. Okay, my go-to foundation for the summer, or even really just any time, which is like an everyday easy bit of coverage for me. This also has sunscreen. It's the NYX Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. This is amazing. It has great coverage in it. It feels lightweight on my face. I find it lasts throughout the day, and it has SPF 50 in it. So this is like my go-to in the summer, but it's also a really great go-to throughout the year. I really like the way that this product works, especially with a sponge. Now you can find great sponges at the drugstore that are affordable prices. Real Techniques has a great one sold at Ulta. It's orange. I highly recommend that one as well. This one is from Pure Cosmetics, and this has just, it comes in like a contour kit, but I really like the sponge part of it. So this is like a little bit more of like a thicker cream foundation, but it feels really nice on the skin. But I love the way it applies with a very damp makeup sponge. So that's why I use a makeup sponge instead of a brush, because I find when I use a brush to apply this, I tend to get like brush marks. I'm in the color Light, and I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to kind of start to stamp this out all over my face. And as you can see already, it's like really, really good coverage. And then you just take the sponge and you bounce it, which really presses it into your skin. Okay, once you have that really pressed in, we're going to kind of let that set a little bit, and then we're going to go onto the eyes, and I'm going to come back and finish up the rest of the face. For my eyes, under my brow bone, I'm going to use this Highbrow. This is from Benefit. It's a great highlighting matte under eye, brow, or inner corner or waterline stick. I love this product because it's very opaque, but it is like almost like a linen pink color, and I love to just put it on the high points of my brow. It really gives a finish, takes those little stray hairs, and it almost helps to conceal them. So if you're like in between plucking your eyebrows, this really kind of helps to conceal, and I love using this product and then kind of setting it with any type of other highlighting product that I want to go in with. This is a great matte product, like I said, but sometimes if I do want to do like a upper brow bone highlight, this is a great base for that. So it almost like appears a little bit more intense because it has this base laid down. So I'm just going to take this, and it's in a pencil form, and you just put it right up under the highest points of the brow. I kind of do like the outline or the under part of my brow, and then I just use my ring finger and I blend it in. My must-have favorite products, and I think it should be in everyone's makeup kit, and it's great because it's super affordable from the drugstore, is Milani's Brow Fix Kit. This is in the shade Light, I believe. Yeah, this is the light one. And this has a set of tweezers, a brush, and then a little eyebrow brush. I actually don't use this for my eyebrows, although you can. I just don't find that these two colors work for my eyebrows. This one probably would work for my eyebrows. So if you're someone who wants to use this also to fill in your eyebrows, powder is a little bit more forgiving than a pencil, so this might be like a great all-in-one product. You could do your brows, you could do your eyes, and I'm actually going to use this color for my highlight. So I love to take this middle shade right here on a fluffy brush. I'm using the Morphe E22, but any type of I've literally said that word like 50 times. Any type of fluffy blending brush will work. So I'm just going to stick it in. This is extremely pigmented. You guys have to buy this. Literally just buy this, and it's going to become your favorite. I promise you, it's not going to let you down. So I take that middle shade, and I am just going to run it in my crease to kind of give a transition. Sometimes this is all I do in the summer for like a really quick look. If I wasn't talking through these steps, I could get through this in 5 minutes, maybe 10. Okay, probably 10. But I could get through it really quickly to get out the door if any of you guys are moms, or you're in a rush on the way to work in the morning, or you just don't feel like investing that much time into your makeup but you want to look presentable or good. This is a great sort of like cheater thing for you. It's not even cheater because you're doing work, but okay, middle shade in the crease. If you don't want to get that palette, find anything in your collection that you might have that is a mid-tone brown or a brownish shade that's matte, and it will work perfectly. I really like this color because it's matte and it almost is like a pukey brown color, and that color looks amazing on eyes, to be honest. So just kind of run that through the crease, and I'm really sloppy with it. I'm just blending it back and forth. You can build this color up, but I just kind of want to get a really nice base down on the eyes. Okay, now for deepening up the outer corner. This is a really quick step. You could just leave it at this step and go and put the lid shade on that we're going to use and go. Mascara, whatever, finish out this tutorial, but I am going to just deepen this out just a little bit. I just like, this is what I do on my everyday, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to use, this brush is from Sephora. This is the Precision Crease number 17, and I'm using this deeper brown matte shade as well, but as you can see, these are like kind of still in this same like almost like a pukey brown color family. It has a little bit of that yellowy mustardness to it. So I'm going to concentrate this more on the most outer corner of the eye, and then just do windshield wiper motions and then circular motions back and forth. Since we applied that matte transition shade, the lighter color, the darker color goes on more easily because it's able to blend more into that shadow instead of just kind of skipping on your eyelid. So I always recommend to use a transition color. That's kind of why you put it down, so anything you put on top is going to blend a whole lot easier. Okay, now for the lid shade, I'm going to use this highlight color. You guys, this highlight color is like one of my favorite highlights. So we're going to put it all over the lid, and I like to use my finger. I use my ring finger because I find that it applies the best. Or I know these things are going out of style, but it has a little makeup sponge in it. The sponge applicator also applies the shadow really, really well. So I'm just going to go in with my trusty old finger to apply this highlight shade, but it's extremely pigmented. It's such a pretty shade, so I'm going to put it all over my lid and then also in my inner corners. Okay, I'm going to take the little sponge applicator and I'm going to go right in under the brow bone just to give that really nice pop, especially in the summer. I always like to do this. Sometimes I leave it matte, but a lot of times I go in with a highlight. Now I'm going to wait to do my inner corners until we've done concealer and mascara, and then I'm going to kind of go into the inner corners as one of the last steps. So I'm going to take this sponge and just go right up under here at the highest point of your brow, like right where your brow arches. And then I just kind of take my finger and blend it out a little bit. Okay, for eyeliner, I love using a nude eyeliner in the summer. This one is from ColourPop. It is called HoneyDew, and it's a great nude liner. The ColourPop liners are $5. I believe they're $5 or $6. They go great in the waterline because they stay all day. A nude liner just opens up your eyes. It makes you look a little bit more fresh and awake. And I just like it because it's very summery to me, especially when you are doing kind of like a simple eye look. I even like to do it when I do a smoky eye and just have that popping because it really opens up an eye when you're using a lot of dark shadows. But I particularly love it to use it for this like quick summer look. Okay, so now I'm going to apply a mascara, and I'm only going to do it to the top lashes, and I'll hit them with the bottom after I'm done with the concealer. I always love to curl my lashes, especially if I'm not going to put any liner on the top lash line. This is a Shiseido eyelash curler. I got it at Sephora. I absolutely love this eyelash curler. It beats all of my eyelash curlers I've ever had. It just fits the eye really nicely. So I go in and I clamp it, and then I squeeze, and then I turn up just a little bit to really get a good curl. And that really lifts the lashes. Okay, for mascara, I'm using this Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt. I love this mascara. It has a really interesting wand. It almost reminds me like a little bit of a paintbrush. Like just literally painting on the lashes. I find it gives really good volume. This is like a newer product that I've had for a little bit, but I just tried out this week, and I've really liked it. It's a good option. It holds up throughout the day. It also comes in waterproof if you really want waterproof. If you have stubborn to curl lashes that like don't really hold their curl, I highly recommend you getting a waterproof mascara that's going to help your eyelashes hold their curl a little bit longer. So if you find that your lashes are a little bit straighter out, if you get the waterproof kind, it's going to hold the curls. So I'm just going to go in with a few layers of mascara and then on the top lashes, and then we're going to go in with the concealer. So for my mascara, I really feel like with this wand I can manipulate it a lot. It has like a very skinny inner corner, so I can kind of get in the inner corner and pull the lashes this way, so I really get the fan effect. So I find I can get in right here and pull this way, and then I go in the center, I really concentrate pulling them straight up, and then on the outer corners I really concentrate on kind of fanning them out. So out, up in the center, and then over this way, like more towards my nose in the inner corner, and that really gives the appearance of almost like you're wearing a set of false lashes. You can really use the mascara wand to manipulate your lashes. I particularly love this, like I said, this mascara wand for that trick, but I try and do that with all mascaras, but since this just has a really nice narrow tip, it works really well. So inner corner, apply up and out. Okay, now moving on to mascara, I'm using NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. There are a ton of really great ones from the drugstore, but I decided I needed to use this up or I was going to have to toss it. This is honestly not one of my favorite concealers ever, but because I find that it really does crease a lot on me, so I always have to set it. So, but one of my favorites from the drugstore is the Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline. That's a great one, but I'm just putting this right under the eyes to lift and go up. And then I'm taking the damp beauty blender and just pressing that in. To set that concealer, I'm using this RCMA No Color Powder, and this is Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to apply that under my eyes. I really like this powder because it's nice, and honestly it gives no color and it just sets really nicely. So I know that looks like a lot of powder, but this is a very creasy concealer, so that's why I'm using a lot of it. You obviously could skip this step if you don't get creasing under your eyes. Okay, I'm gonna move on to bronzing up the face. I'm using this butter bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is in the color Light. I absolutely love this. This is a Real Techniques blush brush, but I'm just gonna use it to just bronze up my face. Unless I'm going out in the summer, I don't really contour. I just really bronze up the face really nicely and add blush and highlight. So I kind of skip that more contoured look and just go for the bronze look. What I like about this bronzer is it's light and it builds really nicely and it smells really good. It smells like suntan lotion. Okay, for blush, I'm using Sonia Kashuk Sunset Blush. I love this blush, and this is one of my favorite blush brushes ever. This is from Sephora, and it is the Pro Angled Blush Brush. This is extremely pigmented. You can find Sonia Kashuk at Target. I love using an orange color, especially. I feel like even if you're just going to do a little bit of like I said, an everyday look, an orange color, even though it's intimidating, it just gives a really nice color to your cheeks, especially in the summertime. So this has like been my go-to. For highlight, we're just going to go right back into this Milani kit, and we're going to use this highlight shade, and this is a Sigma F35 brush, tapered highlight brush. Extremely pigmented, so you kind of gotta, I put it on one side and then I just buff it out because it's really pigmented, but I like using the all-in-one. Okay, then I'm gonna go in, this is a Morphe E24 brush, just a nice pencil brush, and I'm going to run this right, the middle color, right along the lower lash line before we hit it with some mascara. That's gonna give a little bit of definition and balance out the eyes. I'm gonna just take a touch of the darker shade and go right on top of that under the eyes. Okay, now I'm going to hit the bottom lashes with a little bit of mascara, and then we're going to finish up with our lips. Real quick, I'm going to go in with those inner corner highlight. I forgot about it, but it really does brighten up the eyes, so just use that highlight shade, tap it in the inner corners. Boom. Okay, moving on to the lips now. You could use something from the drugstore. NYX has great butter glosses. I really love them for lip glosses. But this has been something I've been loving this week, and so since I'm kind of doing a little bit of a combo video, I wanted to use one of my favorite lip combos from the week, and it's just an all-around great, like, everyday kind of combo for me. This is LORAC lip liner in Dutchess, and this is Marc Jacobs Sugar. Now, this is like the high shine enamored glasses, or enamored high shine lip lacquers. Jaclyn Hill always talks about this color, and so I got it because, you know, monkey see, monkey do. It looks like a great nude shade. So I'm just going to line my lips and then apply the lip gloss. And then we're just gonna fill in our lips with a little bit of gloss. Okay, so that is my finished everyday look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, seeing a few tips and tricks. I really did want to make this so some of those people in my life who've been asking me for some like tips for beginners, or a really easy makeup look, or like a go-to makeup look that's just not with false lashes and doesn't involve too many steps on the eye. Something that is easily achievable, and I figured this has been like pretty much my summer look that I've been doing on a daily basis. Hopefully some of you guys found this helpful, just seeing some of my favorite products as of recently and put together kind of in an everyday look. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Mwah.